It's just at the bottom of my road, actually, where the incident happened, and there have been armed police everywhere, like you guys have been describing, and they were evacuating all the streets and telling local residents to stay inside, saying there was a terrorist-related incident. And in fact, since then, as well as the helicopter that's obviously been flying around, you can see plainclothes police officers are patrolling the streets, sort of making sure that people are staying inside. Although I think, as we're speaking now, I'm just looking out my window, and I think some pedestrians have just started being let through. It's been a bit of a shock for people locally as well, I think it's fair to say.
And how were the police kind of communicating? Were there announcements coming from the street being shouted out, or from the helicopter?
Yeah, they were quite forceful, I think, to be fair, because of, I think, clearly the severity of the issue. And I think that's when you could get a sense, being on the ground, as to just how serious it was, by how direct the instructions were from the armed policemen. They were gradually working everybody down out the street and sort of not quite shouting, but very forcefully telling people to move down the street and to go into their homes. As we're talking now, just looking again outside my flat window, there are two plainclothes officers with armed vests, just walking up and down the streets, making sure that nobody is leaving their houses and sort of taking control of the situation.